Okay, there we go. Okay, y'all, look. So today we about to be over here on TikTok. Okay, this is my first time, sharing my screen with y'all. I think I know what I'm doing. I think I know what I'm doing. Okay, so I think I found us a good hold me over y'all until they come out with part four. So we are about to just get into some, cool little edits that they got going on over here on TikTok that I found from a little searchy search, okay? And I see apparently, some people got some hot takes and stuff. So let's see what they talking about. Let's go ahead and hop right on over here. Hold on, I gotta go back to the window because I can't have them both up at the same time.
A Shihaksho and a mask? Is he a hollow or is he a soul reaper?
Hey, what are you doing with that?
I'm throwing it away. There's something really evil about this,
And it
Ichigo.
came right back.
Having it makes me feel uncomfortable.
Is the person he's fighting really human? It's hard to believe that any human could possess spirit energy as dense and darkly powerful as his. It's almost as if I'm watching a battle between two Espada.
What is that for? And how can he possess such spirit energy? It's as if he's one of us. Is that Ichigo? You can't be alive. What is that form? Who are you? Who or what are you?
You want to know who I am?
I am.
No name.
Okay.
I can't believe it! He's so powerful!
All I'ma say is, I know I keep saying this. All I'ma say is, ain't nobody messing with Bleach, man. I don't care. Bleach is slept on. Look, let's go to the comments. I like being nosy and reading the comments, y'all. So QV said, is Ichigo the best MC in the big three? No. Limitless said no. Tell me somebody better. I said Bleach was the best all-time anime. You know I'm biased. That's my favorite anime. That's what Bleach is what put me on. Bleach is what put me on. I keep telling y'all this. Elementary school days. We were supposed to be asleep. Who remember Toonami used to come on Adult Swim. Supposed to be asleep, wake up in the middle of the night. And it was Bleach and Inuyasha that used to come on that I would catch on when I would wake up in the middle of the night. And I'm like, because this before clearly I even knew what anime was. So one night, I told this story before, I'm going to tell it again. So one in particular night, I stayed up watching Inuyasha. And I'm like, oh, these cartoons hitting different. Then I stay up, watch Bleach, get into Bleach, hooked. It wasn't until I got into high school, though. I want to say, no, I think it was either my 8th grade year, middle school, going into high school, or my freshman year of high school, right? When I got like my own laptop, and that's when I told y'all, that's when I really got in my anime bag, and then found out how to watch the shows, you know what I'm saying? Watch them for free. Back to back to back. I was hooked in my room watching it. So I'm biased. Bleach and Bleach is one of my day ones. So I don't care. But like I said, tell me a better anime. My husband said Bleach is not the best. One Piece is his favorite anime. That's what put him on. He think One Piece is better. All I'ma say is we are supposed to be watching it together. And he ain't, you know what I'm saying? We ain't watching it like it's the best. I'll be like, when we gonna watch One Piece? Then we finally watch One Piece. And I'm like, why are we back on Fishman Island? Then we already do the storyline. And he like, no, we finished it when, y'all who watch One Piece, y'all know what I'm talking about. So the first storyline, because One Piece got like a lot of episodes. Oh my gosh. Which actually I love, like for, shows that I really like to have a lot of episodes, right? So I'm still trying to get into One Piece or whatever. But in the beginning, they had the whole little Fishman Island little arc thing or whatever with Nami. Then they go to, what happened next? So later on, a whole bunch of stuff happened in between time, basically, right? So we back on the part where, I don't even know how to explain it to y'all, but we back on Fishman Island. We not like, they back dealing with the Fishman, beefing with the Fishman. This is after Luffy brother then died and everything. And I'm like, why are we back over here? But anyways, yeah. So all I'm going to say is, I don't want to hear none of that noise. Limitless said no. Somebody under there said, cannot be yapping with that. PFP profile pic, but then Crow said blue lock profile pic trying to talk about peak. What's the stuff these new kids be saying these days? My husband said, he told me peak means cool, y'all. I was like, what peak mean? Somebody commented peak under my stuff, and I was like, what peak mean? He's like, that means good. It's good. It means cool. I was like, oh, okay. I was about to go to the Urban Dictionary, okay? That's how you know you're getting older. Then Miguel said, is Ichigo the GOAT? Yes. Like, why is that even a question? Yes, Ichigo is the GOAT. Tell me somebody better. Yes, he is. Ichigo. So a kid definitely typed that. Bro, I know I'm LARPing since we already know about white, but with no name direct to the idea of something missing from an individual, thus hollow. This is peak. Okay, you didn't even help. You didn't even answer the question. Okay, you just commented. This is peak. So good, bro. Okay. Does Ichigo have the best transformation in anime? What y'all think? I think he does. Like I said, tell me somebody better. I think he does. What y'all think? Yes, Ichigo has the best transformation in anime. Like I'm waiting. I'm waiting for somebody to give me something better. I'm not even joking. Like give me another anime to watch that you think is better than Bleach. And you know what I'm saying? Like where a character has a better transformation. Like literally, like okay. Because we thought Ichigo was just a 16-year-old boy, you know what I'm saying? In the beginning, he could just see ghosts. Look at where he at now. Character development? Like, come on, let's go to the next one.
It's over. You are.
Now I understand. Your training here has indeed made your powers grow much stronger. There can be only one explanation. Clearly, you must have entered Irazu Sando under Squad Zero's guidance and absorbed its everlasting memories and revelations.
How did you know that?
But you will find even that is not enough. This battle is far from over. In fact, it's barely begun. I haven't even used my eyes yet. Ichigo.
His eyes crazy.
No, the real battle starts now. Now it's my turn. My turn to show you what I can do.
I like that edit. I like that. Let me calm down. I can't wait.
And the final trailer for Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War.
Hold on. I am the one that can stand up to him. But I was too loyal. Anime only watchers are genuinely gonna have their mind blown when is it your watch or Yuhaba does something. Aizen knowing very well he carried the fight. Oh no. Which allowed Ichigo to slash him. I be doing these though, and I be spoiling it for myself. That's why I haven't watched any more Mr. Tomo videos. They're good, but like they be getting spoiled. We gonna call him your watch, okay? I don't care. You about your watch, whatever. And not gonna be moving crazy. Core 4 is coming this year, right? Yes. And it can't come fast enough. Come on.
The final trailer for Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War just dropped, and fam, they are going to cook with this. This was worth the wait. I mean, 10 years, I know was crazy, but man, this was worth the wait. We're finally going to get to see Urahara Kisuke's Bankai, Kenpachi's Bankai, Yoruichi's form.
So Kenpachi does lock in and get and unlock his Bankai? I knew that had to be it, because that sword, I'm like, where he get that big sword from? Because last time I checked, he couldn't even talk to his Zanpakuto. Boy, and Kenpachi was already strong. They gotta come on. They gotta hurry up.
Which I am convinced will break the internet. And the main thing that so many people have been wondering is how are they going to handle the ending? Because if you haven't read the manga, or if you're not familiar with the ending of the manga, it was rushed. Kubo had to rush for whatever reason, but now we're getting anime only moments. And so I think that we're going to get a more drawn out fight between Ichigo and Yhwach. We're going to get more anime only moments. We're going to get more anime only fights. And it looks like they are ready to throw down. This trailer looks phenomenal.
Oh, hell no. Who is over there rushing Kubo? It better be good. He had to rush.
Phenomenal. The animation looks beautiful. Everything looks great. I cannot wait. We're a little over a month out. I can't wait. Bleach is definitely my pick to be anime of the season. And if you want to catch all the Bleach content, make sure you're following. The final trailer for
I don't know. Look, I don't know why I feel Bleach is underrated. It has been a great journey. I'm telling you. Let me calm down. I ain't trying to wake the house up. Let me calm down. I'm telling you, Bleach is underrated for sure. For sure. I don't even know how that is. Like, and then a lot of people that's tapping into Bleach now is because of the 1,000-Year Blood War arc. The early anime is the reason there are so many issues with it regarding the side characters, plus how they handle the enormous amount of filler. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. Y'all know Bleach can't do no wrong in my eyes. I do not care. The storyline, that filler was crazy though, I ain't gonna lie. But I was so locked into the main storyline. I don't know, man. I don't know. I was just really rocking with it. I'm gonna be honest. And it will still continue. The entire FC domain is extended until September 2030. What? And the domain regarding the movie is until 2027, so we will have the movie again. I'm so ready. Okay. So peak. Oh my gosh. Is peak the new word? Is peak the new word on the curb? We saw this. Y'all want to see it again? It was lagging. Okay, come on. We can watch it again. I'll watch it again with y'all. It was lagging. Man, Bleach is good. I don't care what they're saying. I don't care what they're saying about the early anime and all that, because what anime show don't be having filler? Naruto, and I love Naruto too. Finished it, good show. I think I already told y'all this. My husband said one of the reasons he couldn't finish it was because of the filler. I don't care. Once I'm locked in, I'm locked in. I'm watching it, filler, everything, all that. What else? One Piece. We watching One Piece right now, and to be honest, it's like, I ain't gonna lie, One Piece be feeling like it just have a lot of just side character missions. Like, it seems like it's a show just full of a bunch of filler, to be honest. Like, I that's just to me. That's just to me. 'Cause I'm like, I feel like they always running these side quest missions. Like, get back to the main quest. It never feels like the main quest, which is to go find the One Piece. Hurry up. Like, I'm not trying to rush you or nothing, but they do always be having these side missions. I get it. I guess because they trying to show, like, obviously all the little adventures they go on to the One Piece is not gonna be easy, you know, but I don't know. Do y'all get what I'm saying? It do, like, I get it. I get what they trying to do. And with that, it definitely it becomes a show that's like full of filler. But it's that way because it's showing their whole little side quest missions to find the One Piece. I guess so. I mean, come on. I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Wow.
There's dryness in my throat. My lips are cracking.
You don't have much time, Head Captain. Please be quick
think about it, or you could end up destroying the very world you're trying to protect.
So much for using my Hyorin Maru. You've noticed, right? How all of a sudden every drop of water in the Soul Society seems to be evaporating?
This can only mean he's using it.
Bankai, Zanka no touch.
Damn, they took all that out of him, man. Yeah, Captain. Oh. Hey, this hard though. Damn, I ain't gonna lie, man. They pissed me off when they killed Head Captain, man. When they killed Head Captain, I ain't gonna lie. I was mad and I was like, Ichigo, your ass is grass. Y'all ass is grass. Okay. The Quincy's have came to fight. Okay. Man. I'm so lost. Did he not use his Bankai in the Rukia rescue arc? Or was that just his Shikai? Let me remember. Didn't he? That was so long ago, though. I had to go back and watch it again. I plan to. I gotta really see when I'm gonna do that. To be honest, I started watching Burn the Witch. I watched episode 1, y'all, and then I had to get up and start doing stuff. I don't know. I think I had to get up and start cooking. I was watching it while I was like eating my lunch or whatever, while the boys was napping and stuff. And by the time I finished that, I had got up when they started cooking or whatever, you know. But cooking dinner or whatever. But okay, so let's go ahead and veer over there real quick. Burn the Witch. I'm a little confused because I know they said this is Soul Society West. Is that right? So I'm thinking that it's still gonna be dealing with stuff about like hollows, all of that, you know. They no, like Soul Society West is completely doing their own thing altogether. Like they over here talking about dragons, the what they say, the front world and the undercover world or the back world or whatever. Like they talking about dragons and witches over there. So I don't know. And then another thing too that got me was when I went over there to finally watch it, they got 3 episodes. Now, you know, Kubo, I'm going to support you down to the ground. Anything that got to do with Bleach. But I was a little PO'd when I saw that it was 3 episodes in a season. I'm like, how does the season have 3 episodes? Like, what we doing? Why we got 3 episodes? But I'm still support. I'm still support, you know, regardless, okay? Very loyal. Yeah. Somebody said, nah, yes, bro. Hell nah, yes. Cope, little bro. Okay. The kids is about to be arguing in the chat. Old man Yama was a fool. Somebody said, I'm assuming, okay, so he's saying he was doing what he was told to. Told by who? He was supposed to. I'm sorry, hold on. Told by who? He was supposed to have sense. They meant more sense than that. To not know this guy was a fake is disappointing. I ain't gonna lie though, man. They did old man Yama wrong. Come on, man. He got old, man. He just seasoned. He's seasoned. My boy couldn't keep up like he used to, okay? Okay.
These are the last 9 days of the world.
The music already hit.
Watashi no Soul Society.
Let's watch that one more time. I didn't get to see it. I'm gonna get dancing.
These are the last 9 days of the world.
ようこそ私のソウルソサエティへ
Man, look, I know you heard about the enemy or whatever, but the way my boy came in, the way he came in, I don't think no villain in anime, as a matter of fact, who's stepping like him? Who's stepping like him? And with that type of power, he ain't playing with him. They ain't had no choice. The Soul Society ain't had no choice but to bring that shit. Okay? Because he said he was coming back, revenge for his people. He ain't like the way they did the Quincy's. He said Big Daddy coming back. You know what I'm saying? He come back to avenge his children. Okay? He don't care. And people still say that Bleach is the worst anime in the big three. Who said that? Who said that? Go on, step to the front right now. Who said that? Who lied? Who said that? Bleach is the worst anime out of the big three. First of all, Bleach fans right now. Bleach is the best of the big three. 99 replies. I know it's some haters. I know it's some haters in these replies. Not close. Okay, be quiet. It's time to go to bed. It's your bedtime. He's right. Can you stop saying he's right? I can't like every comment. Look, everybody asking best in the big three. One Piece good, but not Bleach good. My husband gonna hate that. Let's read that one more time. One Piece good, but not Bleach good. Exclamation mark. That's for all the One Piece fans out there. Sure as hell ain't. Oh, OP, I'm original post. Yeah, you're right. Bleach is too far ahead. We need another. Yeah. Why can't we just agree they're both animated, insane, and enjoy the profusely? Okay. Okay. I like all anime, laugh a lot. I just like to argue. Oh, okay. You just like to argue. One Piece is ass compared to Bleach. Okay. I ain't have to say ass that hard, but I mean, look, 'cause I'm waiting. We literally still in the beginning stages of One Piece. And my husband said that the character development is insane to like compared to where we're at compared to like where they're at now, right? So I'm like, okay. I mean, a million episodes later, eventually, huh? They still looking for that One Piece, but so far the hardest little, you know what I'm saying, little storyline that had me like, you know, interested for real was the one when they with the government. Like I said, we still in the beginning, y'all. So that's when they like go find out that the government over there owning slaves and stuff, and you know, basically doing, you know, that some messed up things, you know. Like I said, then after that, you know, that's when his brother Ace died and all of that. So Dragon Ball as the father in Naruto, Bleach and One Piece as the big three. Dragon Ball is good too. Dragon Ball, I think, shoot, mostly everybody. Matter of fact, if I was to say before I even got introduced to Bleach and Inuyasha through Toonami, years before that, actually, I knew about Dragon Ball. I didn't watch it at that time though. I was much younger. This is when we were still living in California or whatever as a kid, and I would see, and my mom was with my youngest brother's dad or whatever, and one of his cousins, I would see him. I think he was playing the game or he was either watching the show. But either way, at that time, I didn't even really know. I didn't know what anime was. Like, I was real young. I just remember seeing it at that time, like, in passing, basically. But that wasn't what, like, that ain't what really introduced me to anime like that. Because, like I said, it was just kind of like, I just knew about it because I saw it in passing and would see him, like, you know, watching it or playing the game or whatever. But I feel like everybody, at some point, it's like, then they know what Dragon Ball is. They didn't, you know what I'm saying? Best in the big three. Y'all heard them? Hey. This was a comment saying. Emmy, I agree.
Bleach hot takes that get progressively hotter. Bleach has some of the best foreshadowing in anime. I don't think it's one of the best. I think it is the best anime when it comes to foreshadowing. I don't think there's another one better. I think Attack on Titan would be a solid number 2, but Bleach takes it every single time.
He said, "Who? Hold on."
Shinji is the biggest better. I think Attack on Titan would be a solid number 2, but Bleach takes it every single time. Shinji is the biggest fraud in Bleach. No, Kensei is the biggest fraud in Bleach. I would even say Ikkaku would be the biggest fraud, not Shinji. Ichigo and Rukia is greater than Ichigo and Orihime. No. I used to think this as a kid. Again, when I was
Hell no, I ain't never think that as a kid. I ain't gonna lie to you, and I get it. I get why people want to, you know what I'm saying, put them together. What the kids say these days, ship them together or whatever. But because, you know, she the one who gave him her power. It is a good, like, you know what I'm saying? It's a good, like, what am I trying to say? Oh, I'm always forgetting what I'm trying to say. It is a good, like, little storyline for the beginning of, like, a love story, right? But even watching it as a kid, because she is the one who gave him, who saved him, his family, gave him his powers, or shit, really the reason why he even found out about even having powers, whatever, his own and all that. Then he went back, saved her, you know, being grateful and stuff. But I still, even watching it as a kid, I didn't feel like they, you get what I'm saying, should have been the ones together. I like him and Orihime together better. And I think as a kid watching it, I think that was just because I feel like they look better together, though, to be honest. Him and Orihime, I'm gonna be real. I think they just look better together. And I just feel like, yeah, they just fit. Like him and Rukia, nah, they just friends.
a kid. And that's only because Rukia was my favorite character, and I didn't really know much about Orihime, and I didn't really like her growing up. But as I am older, I like Orihime a lot, but I still like Rukia the most. But Ichigo and Orihime is the better choice. Gremmy and his power are overrated.
I know he didn't just say Ichigo and Orihime. Oh, he said that a better choice. Okay, my bad. Let me listen. I'm saying Ichigo and Rukia. I'm just like, hold on.
No. All he has to do is think of a body that can never...
Let me go back, y'all. My bad.
Bleach hot takes that get progressively hotter. Bleach has some of the best foreshadowing in anime. I don't think it's one of the best. I think it is the best anime when it comes to foreshadowing. I don't think there's another one better. I think Attack on Titan would be a solid number 2, but Bleach takes it every single time. Shinji is the biggest fraud in Bleach. No, Kensei is the biggest fraud in Bleach. I would even say Ikkaku would be the biggest fraud, not Shinji. Ichigo and Rukia is greater than Ichigo and Orihime. No. I used to think this as a kid, again, when I was a kid. And that's only because Rukia was my favorite character, and I didn't really know much about Orihime, and I didn't really like her growing up. But as I am older, I like Orihime a lot, but I still like Rukia the most. But Ichigo and Orihime is the better choice. Gremmy and his power are overrated. No. All he has to do is think of a body that can never be destroyed, and then think of having your power but doubled, and he is double the strength of you. Gremmy just wanted to play with his food too much that it was literally his downfall. Anyone who doesn't want to play around would literally wipe anybody in the verse. Fullbring arc has some weak points for sure, but it was a way better arc than people make it out to be. Also, Bounce arc is overhated. I absolutely agree with this take.
People didn't like the Bounce arc? Y'all just be hating. Y'all just hating on Bleach now.
1000%. The Bounce arc is also one of the best arcs in the entire series. Whether your disgusting subjective opinion is the opposite, I don't care. My absolutely perfect golden subjective opinion is that the Bounce arc is better than the Substitute Shimigami arc and is better than the Fullbring arc. Fight me on it, because that is my actual opinion. Yamamoto's death was absolutely necessary. The whole Soul Society had grown weak and complacent. Prime and simple example is his own lieutenant. Yeah, even though a lot of people hated it, it made 100% sense. That, and he's constantly like losing spiritual pressure because his arm is gone. Then you have the full power Ishin is a top.
Yeah, my boy was old. It was time for him to retire. They had to write him out. They was like, we got to write him out the story either way. He can't just simply retire and go live off in the sunset and be old, crusty and dusty. That look.
Top 5 captain. No. I will never in my life be putting Ishin in the top 5. Top 7, maybe. Never top 5. Gin and
I can't see Ishin as a top 5. Like, especially from what we've seen of him on the anime, because I don't read the manga anymore. But I just really, like, from what we've seen of him, no, that's just being generous. That's being generous.
Komamura are the best written characters in Bleach. Can someone please tell me, when did Komamura become this great written character? Can someone please tell me? Because I've just been seeing this a lot lately, but why? He is not a good written character amongst the rest. Tosin is a better written character than Komamura will ever be. Then they're going to say that Aizen is better villain, but Yuhabaha is a better antagonist. Those are synonyms. You can't say one is better and one is lesser, but then use basically the exact same word for both of them. Especially since there is a role that they both played against Ichigo. They are both the antagonist and the villain. So one cannot be a better villain and the other one a better antagonist, because that means that they're both would be better than each other. It's contradictory. And last but not least, Bleach Core 3 will cement Bleach as the best in the big 3. Now, this was a 2-year ago video, so it makes sense why they have this take, but I've always said that Bleach is a much better anime in the big 3. Like, it is the best in the big 3. When it comes to its influence, when it comes to its popularity, and when it comes to, like, just knocking everything out of the park,
I'm trying to tell you,
it's up there. Honestly, there's no one better. Bleach is the best in the big 3, and nothing will change my mind about that. Bleach hot takes.
I'm trying to tell y'all, people is sleeping on Bleach. That's what I'm saying. I'm convinced y'all just be hating. Like, the people that be saying, like, oh, Bleach is not the best. Bleach, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Arguing with your mom. I don't want to hear it. Yes, it is. Fine, give me a better anime. I'm waiting. Real fans don't speak ill of Ikaku. The Bound arc is one of the best in the series. For me, Attack on Titan's foreshadowing was better. Somebody under there gonna say quit glazing. Can y'all stop with the glazing? For me, people can't even have opinions. I mean, options? My bad. Look, that dyslexia kicking in. I'm about to read that so quick and lie and say this person wrote opinions, options anymore. Okay.
I finally got to Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War. I think I started it like 2 days ago. Listen. I think they said that Bleach came out in 2004, and then the last season was 2012. They started the 1,000-Year War in 2022. But the fight scenes now? Listen, oh my goodness. The graphics, like, don't get me wrong. I told you at one point that I was focused on newer generation because of the graphics. So I'm going to be humble, start with the old, and then make my way to the new. The transition from old to new, these fight scenes are intense. The fight scenes before was good, but now it's bursting off the screen. I don't know if I need to put on my 3D glasses. It's fire. 6 episodes in of the 1,000-Year Blood War, fire. That's all I got to say. Man, so good. I finally...
Yeah, wrap it up at this point. Give Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War Core 4 Anime of the Season, because they're gonna be taking over summer. And you know what? While I'm at it, give Bleach Anime of the Year, because after witnessing this trailer and seeing how hard they cooked, yeah, we are not ready for the entirety of that season. The amount of beautiful animation, the amount of beautiful belt to ass that I just witnessed. Yeah, no other anime is gonna be able to compete with this. Elusive Samurai Season 2, Mushoku Tensei Season 3, Tanya Season 2. Nah, you guys are cooked. If this is how the animators are coming, I'm assuming with the first 3 episodes of Bleach, then oh my god. Yoruichi versus Askin looks
Oh my gosh, I love me some Yoruichi. Like, she's one of my favorite characters. Yoruichi. Y'all ain't messing with Yoruichi, okay?
Zaraki versus Gerard. looks insane. Adult Toshiro, if I'm not mistaken, and Byakuya versus Gerard looks beautiful. Hashiro versus Uryu, where I'm pretty sure this is an anime original fight, and again, they're cooking here. And of course, I can't forget the Goated Kings themselves, Ichigo versus Yuha, where again, they're absolutely spazzing when it comes to everything. Yeah, Bleach fans, get ready. Bleach haters, get ready, because the takeover is almost here. Yeah, wrap it up at this point.
I'm trying to tell. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited, y'all. I cannot wait. Like, okay. I'm really excited to see Kenpachi Bankai. I can't wait. I can't wait to see that.
The Bankai.
I mean, it only took forever, right?
Are all of them that powerful?
I think so. I mean, the Bankai is our ace in the hole.
Then how does yours stack up? For example, between the Bankai of that ice guy over there and yours, which is stronger?
You see, Captain Hitsugaya is what you'd
Dang, the graphics from now to then, it is night and day. That's crazy.
call a prodigy. If I had to guess, I'd say he'll surpass my strength in about 100 years.
So that means at this moment, you're still stronger than him.
I wasn't really expecting Kido to do any serious damage, but not even a scratch? I'm at what's called the end of my rope. All right then. It's time to let go of the end of the rope.
That's spiritual pressure. It's Kyoraku. It's gotta be.
Bankai, Katen Kyokotsu, Karamatsu Shinju.
What y'all know about that? Man, I gotta rewatch the I already said I'm definitely gonna rewatch the previous seasons because they took so long for Core 4. Like, I need to refresh my memory.
Somebody asked if you had to remove one of these 4 animes, which one would you remove?
One
And
Piece.
I hate to say it, but for me, this is a pretty clear-cut answer.
I am not speaking objectively when I say One Piece, Dragon Ball, Bleach, and Naruto. There's obviously one of them that is the least interesting to me. Growing up, all I saw was Dragon Ball games and Tenkaichi Tag Team, all this shit. And these were the main things that introduced anime into people's lives. And Naruto as well, you used to run like him down the hallway, and you watched him on Toonami, and played Ninja Storm as well. The only anime I was not familiar with was Bleach and One Piece, but I still seen One Piece around. I just didn't know what was going on with it. Like, if I'm being honest, I gave all 4, Dragon Ball, Naruto, One Piece, and Bleach, all the same amount of time to get acclimated to it. And if I'm being honest with you, the only person I had no attachment to as a main character was Ichigo. I didn't care about the story that Ichigo had
I don't
to
want
go.
to hear the rest of what he gotta say. He yapping. He lying. You couldn't find no attachment to Ichigo? Get out of here. I don't want to hear it. I'll take that somewhere else. Yeah, his little ordeal is shit.
So
日本の残白刀か。いいだろう。試してみるがいい。その刃で私を貫けるか。再びおられることになるか。
月が天使
I
じったな。サンクトボーグ。鉄が天将か。だが。どうした？受けるだけか。その程度ではひとたび臆せば死の未来しか残らんぞ。そうかよ。クバール・クライス。再び闇に眠れ、イチゴ。月がザンとスリンガーエーデス
これが黒崎くんの新しい力。
終わりだ、ユーハバハ。させねえよ。そのための力だ。
日本の残白刀か。いいだろう。
Who the best of the big three? I mean, it's speaking for itself. That's all I'm gonna say. This episode was so heat waiting on Yorichi Thunder Shunko next. For the love of God, please let them write in Aizen's Bankai. It's what the people want, okay? It wouldn't make any sense. Aizen is already more powerful than everyone with a shit ton of seals on him in a Shikai form. If he used his Bankai, he'd kill everyone, not just Yuhaba. Which y'all, man, what we finna call this man? Yuhaba or Yawatch? He evolved past Bankai already. That's what I thought. There would be no point in using it.
Bleach fans, we have officially won.
Hold
on. I saw a comment. What to say? Lame, lazy writing. You never see his final Bankai. We literally see it. Why y'all be hating? Why y'all be... Because who paying y'all at this point? Because... acting like the show is over or something. Oh, it isn't over. I thought Bleach ended years ago. I'm a new watcher. It is back. So I'm going to need you to catch up.
Bleach fans, we have officially won. We are getting the long-awaited trailer for Bleach 1000-Year Blood War Core.
I decided to say goodbye to you, Ichigo. When I think about it, Ichigo, there were so many things I wanted to do. I wish I could have had 5 different lives instead of 1. And in every one of those lives, I would have fallen in love with the same person 5 different times. Don't die, Ichigo! You don't have to win. And you don't have to fight for me. Just don't get hurt. I couldn't bear it. Please help me.
And watching that part as a kid was like, oh. Look, you gotta go for what you want. Like, Rukia didn't even know if she was even gonna come back, and she had a chance to go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, kiss him, or and then at the very least tell him how she felt, but she can't, because then she wasn't supposed to tell him, right? She was only supposed to say goodbye, you know. So that was the whole little deal with Ukiura. So hey, she should have went for hers, like gave him a little smooching, girl, because she didn't even know she was coming back. Like, you're out of here.
Ichigo, please!
I have to get up. I promise. I will protect you!
I'm sorry. Wait, I'm gonna go back. I'm sorry. I was looking at the comments. Said, Kiora watching Ichigo get up. Is that supposed to be a meme right here? Because I feel like when you view it on desktop, it don't be showing like people memes they put in the chat. Him realizing it's not him. Y'all think these are memes. I think these supposed to be pictures right here next to these comments. Him realizing he's not just a human. Okiora was looking crazy as hell when Ichigo got up. Hell, I would have been too. Like, hold on. This motherfucker ain't normal. Like, he done had some tricks up his sleeve. Why is he getting up? Hold on, my bad. We gonna go back. I'm gonna run it back.
I decided to say goodbye to you, Ichigo.
I'm gonna be quiet.
When I think about it, Ichigo, there were so many things I wanted to do. I wish I could have had 5 different lives instead of 1. And in every one of those lives, I would have fallen in love with the same person 5 different times.
Don't die, Ichigo! You don't have to win. And you don't have to fight for me. Just don't get hurt. I couldn't bear it. Please help me. Ichigo, please.
I have to get up. I promise. I will protect you!
I decided to say goodbye to you.
That edit was cool. I couldn't get past all that blinking. Messing me up. Wait, hold on. So that man said, funnily enough, the guy who voices Ichigo also voices a character called Nero for Devil May Cry 4 and 5. And in those games, Nero has a girlfriend who is also voiced by the woman who voices Orihime. Interesting. Reminds me of someone. Orihime is mad annoying. Dang, why are y'all hating on Orihime? This ratio ain't annoying though. Why are they hating on Orihime? Top 50 strongest. Oh, my bad, because that was banging in my ear. Top 50 strongest in 1,000-year Blood War arc. Let's see. Go back. Hold on. Damn, I ain't done looking. Okay. Let me scroll. All they do is really come back on. Got Ishin at number 30. Byakuya is 16. Man, Unohana will always be like that one that surprised me for real. It's like Unohana power surprised me, but then again it didn't, because look, they say you got to watch out for the quiet ones. And there was a reason why when Unohana, you know what I'm saying, when she was still playing that goody two shoes role, and she'll just be telling her, you know what I'm saying, I'm always losing the words I'm trying to say. Anyways, her other little, not teammates, but y'all get what I'm saying, other people like under her or whatever, right? And her the squad mates, they would still be scared. Like, ooh, you know what I'm saying? It's like, why they acting scary? Like, Unohana looks so sweet, she acts so nice. Nah. Nah, you gotta watch out for the quiet ones. There's always something. I always peeped it with all that. Something about you. Then we found out she was a monster. She was a monster in her past. She was trying to do better. She transformed into somebody new. You know what I'm saying? So she running up on us, y'all. Are we with number 10? Soul King. Man, y'all, that's not fair. We can't have the Soul King in number one because we ain't even seen what he capable of other than obviously creating everything. Like, well, I haven't because I said I just watched the anime. So I don't know. I gotta see what Core 4 bring it, and I need to go rewatch the other seasons or whatever. Because Soul King, as far as I know of him, he just been chopped up in a crystal or whatever. What are Geen and Tosin doing here, gang? Flashback scene. Shittiest ranking I've ever seen in my life. Dang, y'all, be nice. Grimmjow is stronger than Ukiora. The creator said yes. Grimmjow stronger than Ukiora. Nah, I wouldn't say that. In my opinion, no. No. You are crazy, my friend. Yeah, I don't know how they came to that conclusion. And if I'm not mistaken, didn't Grimmjow come back? So I don't know, maybe Grimmjow really didn't did, you know what I'm saying, a little something since he came back. But from what I know of Grimmjow and Ukiora during that Espada little, you know what I'm saying, arc, no. Ukiora is definitely stronger than Grimmjow.
Can we just take a moment to appreciate how good the Bleach anime is? I mean, the Bleach story has always been great. The manga has been incredible. Ichigo is an all-time MC. The story is an all-time great story, but the animation wasn't here, y'all. Back in the day, the animation was not here. In fact, out of all the big three, I would say the animation in Bleach at the very beginning was possibly the worst. Not just the animation, the pacing, the anime was bad, y'all. But they are cooking with the 1,000-Year Blood War. Look at this.
Man, everybody, y'all gonna stop disrespecting Bleach, okay? Y'all gonna stop disrespecting Bleach because everybody is hopping on the bandwagon for Bleach since 1,000-Year Blood War came out, and I won't stand for it. They're like, who are you? Me. I won't stand for it. Me and the other Bleach fans, we're not gonna stand for this fake, you know what I'm saying? Everybody hop on the bandwagon train now that 1,000-Year Blood War that came out. Look, my husband was like, oh, I might need to go check Bleach out. I've been trying to get him to watch Bleach with me from the beginning all the way to the end before they came out with the 1,000-Year Blood War arc for years, a long time, y'all. And he couldn't. He always fell off from it, right? Kind of like how you trying to get me to do with One Piece, right? But then 1,000-Year Blood War dropped, and he like, oh, I'm gonna need to go check Bleach out. I'm like, no, stay over there. We ain't taking no new recruits. We ain't taking no new recruits. We ain't letting nobody else in the door. No, we gatekeeping. If you wasn't here in the beginning, holding it down, rocking with Bleach, through what y'all call the bad animation, horrible storyline, all that, I don't want to hear it. Don't show up at the door trying to get in now. That 1,000-Year Blood War didn't drop. See, that's y'all problem. That's y'all problem. Y'all don't be wanting to rock with people when they out here busted and disgusted and dusty. Y'all want to rock with them when they down. Too many people want to rock with you when you get up. They like, lady, what are you talking about? Like, say anime. I don't care. Y'all know what I'm saying. No, stay over there. No, don't try to come rocking with Bleach now. We ain't taking on the recruits. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your service. Next.
No man in the history of anime has ever thought shit was sweet more times in an episode than Aizen. And not even a whole episode. There was just 9 minutes left. He asked you to move, Aizen. He asked you politely. And you decided he wasn't.
How long are you going to stand there and watch, Solstin?
That was funny when I first saw it. Could you imagine being Sasuke at that point? You trying to be slick. That's like you trying to be slick and your mama catch you. Oh my God, I could just faint of embarrassment. Your ass is grass. Your ass is grass, Aizen.
How long are you going to stand there and watch, Solstin?
I'm impressed. How long have you been aware of me?
From the time that you were in your mother's womb.
Your sword has a most interesting shape.
Nice, huh? You can't borrow it.
Didn't you tell me before that it takes over a person's senses?
The change is already in effect. Oh, what is that? Do you smell something good? Welcome, Sosuke, to the inverted world.
That was a decent edit.
How long are you going?
Shinji, the first person to outsmart Aizen. Ain't that what they call it? Inverted world, I think. On Burn the Witch. I think that's what they call it. I forgot. Shinji was putting in belt against Aizen.
My Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War hot takes. Alright, let's look at it. Squad Zero are not frauds. They were killing the Stern Ritters easily. If it wasn't for Yuhabaha reviving them, they would be fully dead. 100% true. Prior to...
let me skip. Don't be spoiling.
Okay, but let me try to get the other one.
Because where that come from? We on Bleach 1,000-Year Blood War.
You're going down a path I can't follow.
I'll explain here. Asauchi are nameless blades. No pact, no power. Ichigo's Quincy powers were manifesting into a blade shape from subconscious will. Instead of a bow, etc. But didn't he? Everything you see him do is only his Quincy manifested power mixed with his hollow power later on. Who is his true Zanpakuto? Cause don't dang, I gotta go back and watch it. Cause Yoruba resembles, and I think they actually spoke on this, but I can't remember exactly what they said. Like, you know what I'm saying, how it was explained in the show. But don't, cause Yoruba resembles y'all know his name. Getsuga, whatever. You know, old man in the blade or whatever. When he tapping in. Anytime he tapped in. and was trying to connect with his with his blade. Like, hold on. Cause I'm trying to remember. Because he did though. How he ain't never have no Zanpakuto for real? Because Rukia gave him the powers. Then he lost the powers. But oh yeah, I gotta go back and watch it. Cause Rukia gave him the power. The powers that he got was from Rukia, but they didn't know he had his own Soul Reaper powers. But how he ain't had no Zanpakuto? Because he literally when Rukia stabbed him with the blade, that's when his sword formed. That big ass sword. Excuse my language, but that big sword or whatever. That was his Zanpakuto. What we talking about here for real? I'm confused. Help me out. Cause he ain't take Rukia blade. Then it got broke. The blade got broken. She gonna had a couple blades at this point, ain't it? Man, I gotta go back and watch it. I need somebody to explain this. Yeah, I'm lost. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm a little lost in the sauce right now. Cause I'm trying to remember. Cause she gave him her powers. Then he got that big Zanpakuto that was his. And then the blade got broken. Then it get broken when oh my god, when her brother came to get him and Renji. I can't remember his name right now. Damn, but it got broke. I could have sworn it got broken when Renji and her brother came to get him or whatever. And then that's why he had to go through that whole thing when he trained with, well, he needed to train anyways because he wasn't ready to fight them. He was not ready at his current strength. He wasn't ready either way to go storm the Soul Society to save Rukia. So either way, he had to train. But then he trained, and that's when he trained with Urahara or whatever. Then that's when he, you know what I'm saying, he was supposed to try to get up out that hole. That's when you seen that hollow and him manifesting. And then as he continued on with the training with Urahara, because it's coming back to me now. It's coming back to me. That during that time too, he kept picking up blades. He had to find his blade or whatever, right? He had to find his Zanpakuto or whatever as he was fighting Urahara. So how he ain't never had no Zanpakuto? Somebody had to explain that to me, because the story not adding up. Who will help us? So that means Ichigo have been erasing hollows. Low-key kind of makes sense if you think about it. No, I don't. I'm lost. People need to understand that a Zanpakuto and Asauchi are two different things. They have to be put together to make a true form. Ichigo may have had White the whole time, but wasn't able to use him. Yeah, bro. I need to go back and watch it for sure. I know I keep saying it, but excuse me, I gotta find time to go back and watch that. Ichigo was using Quincy powers. What? They talking about like in the beginning, even in the beginning of the Hollow was his Zanpakuto as well, right? Because he was using the Hollow powers. He was using, what are you talking about here? So they say he was never using powers of a true Soul Reaper at no point up until now. Okay. Ichigo had a Zanpakuto, just never a proper Asauchi. White was similar enough to an Asauchi that he was able to act as one, so that Ichigo could have a Zanpakuto. That's what I'm saying. Ain't no way that he had no Zanpakuto. He definitely had a Zanpakuto. He didn't have one until 1,000-Year Blood War because he hadn't recognized White as an Asauchi, but instead as the manifestation of his inner hollow. He's both. So the sword we see him use is from his Quincy powers. Yeah, I need help. I need help. I'm a little lost on this one.
Spend some time away, getting ready for the
Why my boy? Why he in One Piece gear and Bleach gear at the same time? Mayuri lost once and said never again. He now averages 10 assists per arc. Y'all gotta be stopped. Y'all be funny in these comments, man. Skip bound arc, trust. Stop hating. Don't skip bound arc. It's important to the story. Set him up for failure. Bro. People new to this Bleach lifestyle. I can't believe it. What took y'all so long? I know you told y'all.
I put this trigger for my nigga. Life tricky in the hit. I signed for a couple million. You only touch $100. Ain't nobody stealing style. Ain't nobody want your soul. Tell me who the fuck gon' fall off. Tell me who gon' make it out. I don't be letting no fuck. I don't know what to call on. I don't be giving no fuck. I say whatever I want. I do whatever I want. I cut it up movie for fun. End up popping and purchase for fun. All of my shit got a gun. Come on, my kids on the run. I put this nigga for my nigga. Life tricky in the hit. I signed for a couple million. You only touch $100. Ain't nobody stealing style. Ain't nobody want your soul.
And it's Miami.
Tell me who the fuck gon' fall off. Tell me who gon' make it out. I don't be letting no fuck. I don't know what to call on. I don't be giving no fuck. I say whatever I want. I do whatever I want. I cut it up movie for fun. End up popping and purchase for fun. All of my shit got a gun.
In the animation, man, the fights go harder. It's crazy. I'm telling you, ain't nobody messing with Bleach. I'm gonna keep saying it. Y'all not messing with Bleach. Step your game up. I don't care what y'all talking about.
Bleach fans, I'm sorry, but for anyone wondering, this is how the fourth and final core of Bleach started.
Hold on.
The Bankai. The Soul Reapers have got it back.
Now you've really gone and done it. You're probably thinking I should surrender, since I'm so hopelessly outnumbered. But even though I'm pissed off about you killing my comrades, there are certain techniques I can finally use now that they're gone. Your perception, your whole reality, it's about to get flipped up.
Bleach storyline is mid as man. Look, Zord, you hating? Okay, give me a better anime. Give me a better anime. I'm for real. Give me a better anime. I'll wait.
Side
if you're
down.
still in here, because I've been watching this.
Bankai. Sakashima Yokoshima Happo Fuseten. Your sense of enemy and ally has been reversed, making you attack your own side. All thanks to my Bankai. Sakashima Yokoshima Happo Fuseten. Unfortunately, the way enemies and allies are all mixed up in the Serite right now, I can't just use it whenever and wherever I want.
I wasn't expecting that from him. I ain't gonna lie, that's different. It said his Bankai is highly forbidden because it can hurt even his allies. I'm still waiting on Zord to give me a better anime.
I think we're all
With a
sick
better
of Uryu's
storyline.
shit after today's episode of Bleach.
Who are you? Or maybe I should ask, what are you?
My name is Yoshiro Kusajishi. I'm also known as the lieutenant of the 11th Squad. It's nice of you to ask. Thanks.
A lieutenant? Same rank as Renji? I didn't even sense her presence. I didn't notice her at all until she landed.
What? Oh my my God, I just spoiled it for myself. I just spoiled it for myself. That's what I get for being on here, messing with y'all. Because I'm looking at this, but then I just read, I have issues. I just read this stuff in the comments. Yachiru is Kenpachi's Zanpakuto? It says, how the hell does she have her own Zanpakuto with its own name and abilities if she was just Zaraki's the whole time? Is that for real? Is that for real? She the lieutenant and everything. How he don't know that's his Zanpakuto? I mean, I know he wasn't tapped in with his Zanpakuto like that because, you know, he was like, I'm strong all on my own. You know, people who need to call on their Zanpakuto is weak. I get it. But, cause he had his Zanpakuto and he came across her. Once she playing in some blood or something after he got done, like, you know what I'm saying, slaying some people. When he was still back in the slums. Names give power in Bleach. So Kenpachi giving Yachiru one held so much significance that she was able to develop her own abilities. What? Look, they be changing. I swear they be changing the rules in these shows. Like, they'll start the show off one way and saying stuff can only be done this way. I get it. You know, it's a show. You know what I'm saying? It's fake. But then they'll turn around and switch it up. Not just the significance of the name, but the fact that he has a bottomless pit of power, which is crazy. And after he gave her a name moments before his death alone, he gave his sword a name and gave it a promise that he will always crave power and blood, for blood is how he gets stronger and what is his sword, and is what his sword demands. He wasn't able to handle all the power because he forgot her name and never met someone who made him push to remember and get strong enough for her to transform back into the sword and show her true form as a, okay, I spelled it wrong, but I get what you're saying, Zanpakuto. It's okay. It's okay. We all slip at some point. Same rank as Renji. How that fraud is a lieutenant is beyond me. Not them calling them fraud. Because I ain't gonna lie, I always thought it was kind of crazy. Like, how is this little girl a lieutenant? But hey, when you as strong as Kenpachi, he basically bulldozed his way into, if you know, you know, he bulldozed his way into the captaincy. He ain't come in regular like everybody else. So when you that strong, you could just make up the rules at that point. You kind of just low-key do what you want, you know? Ichigo already knew. Did he? I don't think he did. I don't think Ichigo knew. I want to say that he was more confused, if anything, on how he couldn't sense her spiritual pressure. Yeah, he just had an inkling because he was lieutenant, but couldn't sense her. I don't think Ichigo.
I used to think that you were the greatest anime, but after watching the rest of these animes, I realized that you are the greatest anime in the world of anime. I'm not gonna lie, this is not a crazy take at all. If you have Bleach as your favorite anime, I'm not mad at you, because Bleach is my second favorite anime right behind Dragon Ball. Now, this is not a knock to any of these animes, because JoJo's Bizarre Adventures is in my top 5. I don't really care.
I never finished JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and I need to. I fell off of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. And the reason why that happened was because I have this weird thing where if I start an anime show, like in dubbed or subbed, in this, I have to finish it that way. So like if you go from like dub and then it go to sub, it's like the voices change, and it's like I'm not even watching the same show. I'm not even connected with the characters anymore because they sound so different. I don't know if anybody else struggle with that. That's just me.
For Demon Slayer that much, but their animation is fire. Naruto is my third favorite anime of all time. Tokyo Ghoul is what got me into anime. Not literally, but it's one of the animes that got me into it. Attack on Titan has a respectable story. Black Clover, don't really care for it. Vinland Saga, I love Vinland Saga. Season 2 is better than Season 1. I don't care.
All of these is good. Did I finish Demon Slayer? I gotta go look at my notes. Hunter x Hunter, we still ain't finished that.
Nobody says. Hunter x Hunter, hate that shit. And JJK is gonna be the best new gen when it's all said and done. Don't care what nobody says. But if we just get back to Bleach for a second, we have to understand that this series is so goated. This is the best series in the big three, in my personal opinion. I always tell y'all, I was a big Bleach hater. I was hating on Ichigo for absolutely no reason. Then I actually did sit down and watch it. I set my pride to the side, and now it's my second favorite anime of all time. Like I said, if you have Bleach as your favorite anime, bro, I am not mad at you. This shit is goated, bro. Ichigo is him for real. Y'all know Aizen is my favorite anime villain of all time. Like I said, if this is your favorite anime, you got some good taste, bro.
We know. We know y'all was tripping. We already know y'all tripping. And we knew y'all were tripping. And we know that the people that's tripping right now is continuing to trip, you know? So they said, top comment, bro never watched One Piece. Can y'all stop with this One Piece thing? Can y'all stop? Can we stop with this One Piece thing? The infamous One Piece. Filler of all time. One Piece is just a whole bunch of damn filler. When he gonna find that dang One Piece? Because at this point, they dragging it. Bleach is my favorite of the big three. Yeah. Bleach is the best anime. I'm telling you. One Piece has been my favorite anime for 15 years, from 2005 up to 2020. Even topping AOT. What's that? I might be tripping. I'll probably click to me later. Dragon Ball and Naruto. Oh, Attack on Titan. I even watched, I even rewatched OP 4 times up until I watched Bleach. Bleach has been my favorite anime ever since after that. It's crazy because before I often rank Bleach as the worst in the big three. People be hating on stuff before they even give it a try and really sit down and watch it. Like, that's crazy. That low-key sound like me for real with One Piece. I'm dedicated to the hate at this point. Like, I've given One Piece a chance. I'm currently still giving One Piece a chance. We have a lot of episodes to watch. Like, it still ain't hitting for me yet. Like, because I was a Bleach hater and I cannot relate to it since I was only young at the time. The themes in Bleach hit the hardest when you are more mature and adult. I don't know. They was hitting to me as a kid. But then again, y'all know, if you know me, my mind be, you know what I'm saying, even as a kid. And I pity other people not giving it a shot. Bleach is good.
Know your eyes don't deceive you. That is Ichigo's son. And before y'all blow my comments up, he is definitely canon. Which means we could be getting a Boruto-like spinoff for Bleach. Kazui was introduced in a one-shot released last year titled No Breaths from Hell. And I think Kubo used that one-shot to gauge whether or not a continuation is even wanted at this point. And Kubo, if you hear this, it definitely is. Please, please, please do it. And bro is set up to be OP. From his father's side, he gets the DNA of pretty much every group of power in the show. That's Soul Reapers, Quincy's, Hollows, and Fullbringers.
That's crazy. And then he gonna get older. He made power too. At this point, yeah, that's crazy. He gonna be strong as hell.
On his mother's side, he gets one of the most cracked healing abilities we've ever seen. And not only does he develop his Soul Reaper powers at age 10, but in this panel we see him opening a portal. And guess where that portal's going? You guessed it, the Hellverse. If we thought Ichigo's powers are crazy, Kazui's are gonna be insane.
Man.
I'm curious to hear what y'all think in the comments, so let me know. And as always, if you enjoy my content, a follow will be greatly appreciated.
Get Ichigo as a papa. Okay, it's about time, because we didn't grew up and had kids too, Ichigo. It's about time you didn't caught up to us.
Know your eyes don't.
Kazui was introduced in the final chapter of the OG run. I mean, if it's done right, we'll take all the Bleach. Keep it coming. I don't give a damn if it's done right, it's done wrong, it's done okay. I'm going to support it and watch it either way. Y'all already know. And I think that's it for tonight, man.
Not the fact that both these were underwhelming. It's the fact that we really don't know shit about either of these techniques. When it comes to Ichigo's true Tetsu Zangetsu, we just want to know, does this shit actually shatter fate? And from the beginning of Bleach, that's all we've ever seen Kubo say about Ichigo. When it comes to Yuji's domain, it's just really fucking confusing on how it works and what the sure hit actually is. Because while we know it is a complete domain with a lethal sure hit effect, like how is his sure hit a soul kind of dismantles, but Sukuna's isn't? Especially when we know Sukuna can perceive and attack the soul. And why are their hand signs so different when you would have thought they have similar domains? But if we had to choose which was the bigger slap in the face, it has to be Ichigo. And that's only because this was built up to be the most broken sword Bankai in Bleach. Just for in the very next fucking page, it got shattered into pieces. And then we proceed to see one of the most iconic moments in Bleach. As a diehard Bleach fan, I am going to cry when this gets animated. Not because it's just sad as shit and the worst moment, honestly, in Ichigo's entire life, but it's the fact that I already can see the agenda pushing of Ichigo being the biggest bitch in the big three. And I already know I'm gonna hop on here and have to defend him from all these ignorant ass fuckers. But let a Bleach fan bring up Naruto or Luffy's worst moments, and we're the biggest haters on the planet. Not
People just love to hate on Ichigo. Damn, that's crazy. Ichigo, that's how you know you doing something. Kubo, that's how you know you doing something. Because they just love to hate on the Bleach anime. I honestly don't get the hate. It's getting kind of weird, y'all. It's getting kind of weird. Like, are y'all okay? Ichigo has never been the biggest loser in the big three. The whole notion in itself is just pure lunacy. Yeah. All right, y'all. That's gonna be enough for tonight. Like, hey, at the end of the day, don't forget, Bleach is the best anime of all time. Okay. I just want y'all to remember that before I hop off of here. And then what else? Bleach is the best anime of all time. And what else? Let me know. Are y'all tapping in day one to watch part 4 as soon as it drop? I'm not. Y'all already know I'm not. I gotta let all the episodes come out, so I'm gonna be late. All the episodes gotta come out. The whole season needs to be released because I need to be able to go back to back to back to back to back to back to back. You know, I'm gonna have to run that thing and watch that thing and watch. You know, why everybody sleep in the house. You know, don't nobody need nothing from me because I need to be able to lock in. You know what I'm saying? With my show. Bleach is the best anime of all time, for sure. That's it for tonight, y'all. Good night. Y'all have a good night. Have a good day.